for like 12 hours. You know what I mean? And just like, and then I'd turn in, look at it, and go, "What the hell is this?"
Right? Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That is the great thing about pot. You could be watching a movie. You could be watching a commercial. And when you're high, you think it is the greatest.
Brilliant.
You're just like, oh, my God, who wrote this? And then you'll wait for that movie to come out on DVD. You'll watch it again. You'll be going, what was I thinking, man?
I loved it. You're telling all your friends, I love this movie. And then they're all like, you're an idiot. What's wrong with you?
I thought Led Zeppelin was the greatest thing I ever lived when I smoked pot. Then when I was sober listening to them, I was like, this is brutal.
Who was that?
When I listened to Led Zeppelin, when I was stoned, I'm like, Zeppelin.
Yeah,
Zeppelin rules.
Yeah.
And then I listened to them live when I was straight. I'm like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, Zeppelin, I always thought, Zeppelin was pot-smoking music.
I like Zeppelin on acid a lot.
You like them?
Yeah, you listen to The Song Remains the Same album on acid. Oh, it's incredible.
You like them on acid, or you listening to it on acid?
Me listening to it on acid. It makes it a lot of fun. I mean, that drum solo is ridiculous. It's like a half hour long.
No, it's like John Bonham was like amazing.
Yeah.
He's untouchable. I mean, it's like he was like the Jimi Hendrix of drums.
Oh, without a doubt. The last time I smoked weed, I got so paranoid I was hiding under my bed with a baseball bat and a bag of Doritos. That's how bad it got for me.
Well, me too. I made sure I had a couple of bags of Doritos, and like you said, and probably being you're Italian, we know we have a baseball bat somewhere in the house. You know what I mean?
Right. Usually in the umbrella stand by the front door.
I didn't know you played baseball. I didn't.
That's Matt, because like you said, the Italian, we have at least one hammer, a baseball bat, something to garrote somebody with,
Yeah. My grandfather used to have a billy club in the front window.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? Because Matt, we can garrote somebody with like a string on a cake box.
It's weird, and here's the thing: I don't smoke pot because I do. Here's the reason I do not smoke pot: because you guys know me in normal life. I'm not one of those guys who are big on what people think about me. I mean, I want people to like me, obviously, and I try to put on the front where I try to be friendly, but I'm not really big. If somebody goes, I don't dig, he looks funny. That's not going to bother me. When I'm high, it literally is all I think about is the person I'm speaking to or somebody standing, what they're thinking about me. Am I, they got a booger hanging out of my nose? Am I saying something stupid? And it's just, it's weird. That's why I don't smoke. But some people tell me they get paranoid, yet they smoke pot all the time. I mean,
that's why I quit. I mean, and plus, pot made me more of, I just didn't want to be bothered with people, and that's not me at all. I'd rather have a couple of drinks, and I mean, my drug of choice is cocaine, so I would rather do that than because it's outgoing, make you talkative, and all that kind of stuff.
Sure, I'm sure the state troopers around this area.
What did you say?
I'm too obese to do cocaine.
That might help you out. Mike, you're not that heavy. I haven't seen you in a year or so, but you're not that heavy. I mean, you're a rotund man, don't get me wrong, but you're not obese.
Yeah, I was. I lost a lot of weight. I've been walking and eating, going back to salads and walking.
Right. Well, you were large-headed, right? You were like a large-headed man.
Yeah, well, my head is the size of, that's what Native American people like. They think my head is a totem pole. That's why I get along with them so well.
Well, Mike, congratulations on losing so much weight.
No, Joe, I know you too, Joe. You ran, and you got to just losing the weight. It's like anything else, just changing your thought process and how you think, and that's it. It starts in the brain with everything. And it takes dedication, which you have, Mike. That's the thing, because heart disease runs in my family. Everybody died super young, and I don't want to be next. I'm serious. I want to make sure I would be 109. I'm a wimp. I don't want to die too young. 109. Well, 90-something will be good, as long as you got your wits about you, hopefully. Yeah, 109. That's actually, people are scared they're going to die too young. 109, that's when you start getting scared you're going to die too old. Oh, yeah. I know, yeah, but actually, my dad has been sick a little bit. He was in a nursing home. I went to visit him the other day, right? And there were a lot of older people there, so I thought, hey, man, maybe we can all put together a comedy show. Let's get some people up. We can make them feel, hold on. Oh, it's nice in the middle.
Mike, I hope we're not interrupting anything. Yeah, nice in the middle. No, guys, because what I was going to say was, the thing is, just have, they're older people, so, we could have went up there and said, ladies and gentlemen, Jack Benny broke their chops a little bit.
Mike, I'm going to tell you a little something. I performed in many a nursing home, and anytime you have a nursing home gig, I'd be more than happy to come in and
I love them. I've done, because actually one of my neighbors, their brother was having Alzheimer's. This is a couple of years back, right? And she's telling me he's going to come over to ring your bell. He thinks you're his childhood friend. This guy's like in his 80s, right? So he's banging on my doorbell. Listen, he goes, Mickey, screaming at me like I'm 80 something like him. I go, Eddie, it's been a long time, Pally, right? He goes, you live when they attacked Pearl Harbor. I go, that's right, Ed. I signed up right alongside you. We both fought along the Battle of the Bulge. Remember that? I said, and I made him happy. These kids didn't respect anything. And Nickel, you could go to a movie, buy a play, take your dame out. I was talking to him like we were back in 1946.
Right. Well, you know what, Mike? You're a good guy.
So then he started crying, though. He's like, I miss my family. I told him, look, buddy, my lumbago's bothering me. I got to go in the kitchen and put some ice on it. You know what I mean? I had to get going.
But you humored him. You humored him. You humored him.
I humored him because Rich, I don't want him to turn into a butter knife on me like he was in the Battle of the Bulge again. That's why I humored him. You know what I mean?
I think you did it because you're a nice guy.
I tried because he was like. It was funny though because he was thinking I was like I was born in 1916 like him, and it was so funny though. I mean, there was one, he was like Mickey screaming like he's like, remember we seen Garrick and Usual? Oh yeah, Sam, I remember that time. I told him, yeah,
you got
a glove for me that day.
Right, you got his rookie card. Mike, I'll tell you a story. The best heckle that anyone has ever hit me with was at a nursing home show.
Oh, really?
Yes. Bob Greenberg and myself.
I love Bob.
Yep. Bob. We go to do a show in a nursing home. So it was over in Parsippany, New Jersey. So we walk in, and all the residents are playing bingo. So they stop them from playing bingo, and they gather them around a little area, and we start doing our show, and they want nothing to do with it. I mean, nothing. So we got about 40 older people in front of us. So this one lady is just hating it. Her head's on a swivel. Every joke that comes out, you can just tell she's hating it. So right in the middle of my set, she yells out, "We stopped bingo for this?"
Oh, no.
Well, yeah, you can't mess with the bingo. You got to wait for the bingo to be over to do the show.
And
you're starting off with 1 foot in the ground already at that point.
Oh no, bingo's like bingo and like canasta and shuffleboard are big things to them.
Right. But how do you even come back from that? That is one of those heckles, no matter who you are. Mm-hmm. You never think you're going to hear that heckle. You never think you're going to be in a situation where it's a legitimate heckle. And you have no comeback for.
You can work it in because I did a show one time where people were all in recovery. They were, in drug and alcohol recovery. And
was Matt there?
No, this is like going back to like 96, 97.
Matt could have been there.
Yeah, I'll ask you again. Was Matt there?
No, not that I remember, I don't think. But
I don't quit.
This is like back in that's one good thing. Because if I didn't, I still miss my drinking and my pot. I really do because, I wasn't a good drunk. But if I was a better drunk, I'd still be hammering them down.
That's why I drink. I'm a great drunk. Mike, I am a nicer person when I'm drunk than when I'm sober. There's no doubt about it.
I actually passed my road test drunk. When they used to give it behind Newdorf High School there, Mike.
Matt, you surprised me. I mean, when I met you, I thought, well, he's a nice, quiet Italian guy from Staten Island. Matt Scarpelli is a bad boy. He's a bad son. I love this.
I remember my parents let me stay home from school like I was going to go anyway. And I was sitting there practicing, putting my seatbelt on and signals and all this stuff you're supposed to do when you first get in the car. And I went downstairs to get a soda. There was no soda, but there was Molson Golden sitting there. So I drank 7 Molson Goldens, and then I had to go take my road test. And my friend picked me up to drop me off at the Newdorf High School there, and he was like, "I can't believe you're gonna take your road test drunk." And I was like, "What can I do? Can I reschedule it?" No, I did it, and I passed. I passed my road test drunk, so legally I should be able to drink and drive, I think.
Well, here's the bad part of that story that he didn't tell you. He also, on the day he passed his road test, got his first DWI.
You know what?
No, that didn't happen until a year later.
This is Staten Island, Rich, Matt's Italian. There's a lot of stuff that goes on over here that don't go on in other places in the country. It's like there's so many things we have out here that freak other people out in other parts of the country because, like Matt said, you walk into an Italian guy's house out here, there's at least a baseball bat where the umbrella stand is, and then, there's like, God forbid, Matt, with Italians, you forget something with them, they'll hate you for 85 years.
Yeah, and then they don't even know why.
No, it's true. Like if they said to me, hey, Mike, go to the store and get me some semolina bread, and pick it up, for Sunday dinner, right? And if it wasn't there, and I'd come home and say it wasn't there, they'd say, you're full of crap. I was there 5 minutes ago. They had it. Wait, I went there to make sure they had it. I just sent you there to see if you were going to do it or not. You know what I mean? And
the first time I got kicked out of my house, it was for taking too long, going to get my dad a sandwich when I was like 15.
Of course. No, that's right, because it's like, that sandwich should have took 6 minutes, you imbecile. That's what they would say to me. Why did it take 10? You probably stopped and stuffed your fat face along the way. You know what I mean?
You were talking to your friends, hanging out on the corner, weren't you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Well, in Matt's father's defense, he left on a Friday and came back Wednesday the following week. So, I mean...
My dad, too, Matt. Don't feel bad. My dad is somewhere in under the name of Jack Jones, and I think in Wyoming, in the program someplace. It's so... That always freaked me out about the program. How could they hide guys who look like Chaz Palminteri, Pesci, and De Niro, in Arkansas? You know what I mean? In the middle of how could they hide them? They stick out like that movie, My Blue Heaven.
Yeah, without doubt. That movie is hysterical.
I love that movie. It's like
arugula. It's a vegetable.
I know. Come on, how could they? It's so crazy. It's like, man, I've noticed about you. This is awesome. I know you were a quiet guy from Staten Island. I'm like, wow, this is cool. I like. You're the bad boy. Well, it's awesome. So am I. I got a lot of, deep down inside, there's a Joe Pesci waiting for me to come out. Believe me.
You're gonna smash somebody's head with a baseball bat eventually.
I actually call it the inner Jake LaMotta.
No. You're right, because that's why I can't watch anything about the Roman Empire, the Sopranos, I can't watch it before I go to sleep, because if I watch that before I go to sleep, my mom was saying one day I was screaming, punching my pillow, yelling after watching Sopranos, saying, "Okay, Uncle Junior, that idiot's had it."
I do that on a regular basis anyway. My girlfriend bites me in her sleep, and I punch her in the head in my sleep. So.
Oh God, but have you ever been like this? I watch a Soprano marathon every Sunday. I'd come home from church, make sure I ate, went to church, said a million prayers, watched a Soprano marathon, got up early. Then I get so fired up and so angry when I was up in the morning. I went shopping to the A&P, and some idiot got cut in front of me. I felt like grabbing a box of Cheerios and smacking his head with it.
You're smashing his head in the frozen food section.
Like Bobby Barker would have smashed his head into the frozen food section. And picking him up and then throwing him in with the chopped meat over there.
Oh, Mike, I'm so glad I got on the show today so I could speak to you. But listen, they gave me the bad duty of telling me we got to wrap this up because we have somebody else coming on.
Guys, I'm so excited to be on every week with you guys. I'm going to plug the life out of this. I love you guys forever. Thank you.
No,
you're welcome, man.
No, Mike, thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you next week. And
Drop in Science with Mike Bocchetti on Bashbox.tv.
Thank you, guys. Have a great night. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for everything.
Take care, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Bye. Take care, guys. Bye.
14.
Is he aware of are your listeners aware that there's a Mike
Bocchetti thank you countdown?
Yeah. Are they aware?
I don't know. I don't know.
We said it last week.
We said it last week. Yeah.
We were trying. The thing is, usually he says thank you much more than that because we were trying to lead him into thank yous and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. It's a fun thing to